Sir, what can I do you for, sir?
I want mouse.
Mouse? Mouse? What do you think this is, a pet shop?
Chocolatey mouse.
Chocolatey mouse? Chocolatey mouse. Oh, chocolate mouse. You want a chocolate mouse?
No, chocolate mouse.
Yes,
Chocolatey mouse.
No, we say chocolate mouse. No, we haven't got chocolate mice here. You have to go sweet shop for them.
No, not mice. Mouse.
Mice, my friend, is the plural of mouse, you see.
Chocolatey mouse. Chocolatey mouse.
Oh, that is chocolate.
Hello, I'm John, and welcome to John's Box, my YouTube channel, and to the summer edition of English Just For You, where I analyse 5 English language mistakes, put them right, after which we're looking at some random questions received from my students recently and also a long time ago as well. By the way, please support my channel if you don't already do so by subscribing or liking or disliking. Currently I'm on 916 subs, so please help me to get to 1,000 would be fine, wouldn't it? Right then, so without any further ado, let's have a look at sentence number 1. Give me pens. Give me pens. Right. It's an imperative, it's an order. So we start with the verb, with the infinitive. As you can see, give me, give, and the object. But the problem appears to be here. There is a quantifier, what we call a quantifier, which is missing. Well, obviously the person wants more than one pen. That's why we've got pens. Or maybe not. It could be that the person wants one pen, in which case it would be give me a pen. However, if the person requesting wants more than one, he or she could ask, give me 2 pens, give me 3 pens, 4, or give me some pens or a few pens. It hasn't been quantified, this sentence. So that's the problem here, particularly given the fact that a quantifier is missing. And also the word please would be nice, wouldn't it? Give me a pen, please. Give me 2 pens, please. Yeah, just to be polite. So that's sentence number 1. We'll now look at sentence number 2. Sentence number 2, which is, I have to find money enough. Problem in this sentence is the position of the word enough. It's always after the adjective and before the noun. So for example, he isn't big enough, this isn't good enough. Those are adjectives, but if we're using a noun, then the enough should be before the noun. So the sentence should read, I have to find enough money. That's sentence number 2. Looking at sentence number 3, slightly longer. These people are other because they don't speak English. Now, problem here is one particular word, which is other. Other. Another. The word doesn't refer to somebody else, but or another or others, but they're not the same as us. So not being the same means you are different. So we need to be using a different adjective in this case. So the sentence should read, these people are different because they don't speak English. I speak English, but they don't, so they are not the same as me, they are different. So that's sentence number 3. Let's now look at sentence number 4, which reads, I am the owner of my house for 3 years. Now, of course, you could say I am the owner of my house as a matter of fact. But if we're talking about a time from the past until now, we should connect them with a perfect tense, in this case the present perfect, which links the past to the present. So the sentence should read as follows, I have been the owner of my house for 3 years. So we could also say since 2022, for example. There. I am the owner, I was the owner, put those two together, I have been the owner. That's sentence number 4. And finally, sentence number 5. What time did you got at work? Meaning, I want to know what time you arrived at work. First of all, if we're using the auxiliary verb did, then this is followed by an infinitive of the verb. So that's the first mistake. So what time did you get, not got? Get to, which means arrive, not get at. The sentence should therefore read, what time did you get to work? That's the last of the sentence corrections. We'll now move on to the random question session. So this is the part where I choose 5 questions. This is to enable you to listen to how I respond. And some of these sentences, some of these questions do indeed contain mistakes, so we'll also try and put them right as well. So let's have a look at the first of the 5 random questions. This one is from Jeremy. Describe a recent dream you have had. It's actually correctly constructed. I'm not sure if you can see that. Recently, have had up to now. Well, I've had quite a few weird ones actually, but with dreams, unless you've got a dream book where you write down your dreams next to your bed, you tend to forget them, and that's the case as far as I'm concerned. I have had 1 or 2 weird ones recently, but the weird thing here is that I remember the ones that I had perhaps as a child or a long time ago. There was the one where as a child I was flying around New York as Superman. So I do remember that dream. I remember a dream where I was actually winning the marathon, and my wife woke me up as I was about to win it. So I've had those kinds of dreams which I really vividly remember, but I don't remember any recent dreams as such. So that's the first random question. Let's take another one from this box. As you can see, there are loads of them. Several hundred questions here, in fact, so I'm going to dig deep. And this one is from Susie. Why frog jumping? Why frog jumping? It's sorry. Why does a frog jump? It should be constructed. She's actually drawn a picture of a frog. Does that look like a frog? It's supposed to be one. Why do they jump? Because well, they are amphibians first of all. They live on land and in the water. And perhaps they need to go from one place to another very quickly, especially if they're hiding from predators. I guess that's how they've been designed, and every animal that God has designed is for a purpose, is designed to move in a certain way. So that's because it needs to survive, because it needs to jump. That's the answer to that question, I guess. Let's take the third one then. Question is from Gabriel. Do you like maths? Why or why not? It's well constructed. I've never been good at maths. Had problems. Maybe not that much, but I would say my maths is on a relatively basic level, and I do have problems with more advanced tasks. So that's my answer. I've never been good at maths. And by the way, percentages, maybe simple task, but I don't like it because I suppose I've never gained any satisfaction from it. So that's the end of that question. Straight and simple. Let's go on to the fourth question then. When do you think the end of the world will be? This is from Anya. Well, that's a question nobody knows the answer to exactly. The end of the world, does that mean the end of our planet or the end of human life? Or, well, there are 2 possibilities here. The end of our planet has been calculated by scientists, so I guess that's some hundreds of billion years away for that. The end of our planet. The end of human life will come much sooner than that. Whether we'll be around in 1,000,000 years' time is anyone's guess. It's difficult to forecast. You could always do a ChatGPT on that one. Ask that simple question. Actually, I will ask that question. Will humans be around in 1,000,000 years' time? Yeah. So I've just done that question. I've just asked that question to ChatGPT, and it gives you the answer that it's a huge open question, which I thought it was. The natural lifespan of species is 1 to 10 million years, and it says that Homo sapiens have been around for 300,000 years. So it's possible that we'll survive another million, but it's only a possibility. But even if humans exist, they might not be Homo sapiens as we are now. It says our descendants could be genetically engineered, cybernetically enhanced, or even entirely synthetic or post-biological with a digital consciousness. That's quite interesting as well. And existential risks, it could be nuclear war, climate change, global pandemics, for example, artificial superintelligence gone wrong, asteroid impact, loss of planetary habitability, and of course force majeure, which is the above, forces from the above. If you believe, the Bible will tell us that we don't know the time, the hour, or the day could end in an hour for all we know. That's I guess those are the answers. There's not a definitive answer to that very interesting question. And finally, question from Mareka. Why do some people believe the earth is flat? Well, again, that question is well constructed. Well, I'm not sure if they are convinced that the earth is flat. Probably most of them know that the earth isn't flat, but they just want to be different. They just want to believe in something different. They want to seek attention from others, or maybe they've got their theory and they can prove their theory in some illogical or logical, maybe rather not illogical way, but in some logical way they're able to prove the theory that the earth is flat from a different mindset. You can't completely ridicule these people. Maybe it's a half joke. Maybe there could be, I would say, 10% of them could really believe that the earth is flat. Yeah, but I'm sure the rest don't believe it, or just want to put forward their arguments anyway to prove not to believe everything you see unless you prove it yourself. I guess that's what it's all about. Okay then, so that's all from me. I'll see you again for the new school year edition in September, and wish you all, whether you're a learner of English or a child going to school, wonderful holiday, and I'll be back again in September with another edition of English just for you. Bye for now.
No, Chinaman.
We're not Chinaman, we're both C of E. C of E.
Oh, C of E.
You're not C of E, she's not C of E, are you? You're Muslim, ain't you?
No, C
Muslim?
of E. C of E.
C of E.
C of E.
Coffee! I mean C of E.
Oh, C of E,
Where
yes.
is it, dear?
Well, it's over where it always is, by the juice, like.
Jewish.
Oh, that's the Jewish, is it?
Jewish.
Oh, that's the Jewish. I see, yes. What flavour Jewish would you like, sir?
Apricot.
A pricket. Oh, yes.
A
Got your
pricket.
pricket Jewish. What?
Cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon Chinaman. Oh, she's found a Chinaman for you. That's very good.